Hey guys, it's Strutter here. I'm going to try and wrap this, oh dear, as I sit in my lab with a pen and this pad. Can't erase pen. Scratch that, my bad. So I'll pick up my pencil. Probably should go right back to stencil. At least I can rhyme, well, at least half the time. Some say rap is a joke, and I have to agree, if by joke you mean fun, clever, and witty. You've heard it destructive, but this stuff's constructive, so open your mind and learn what hip-hop is. Not that I'm any expert, of course. This is my developing understanding of hip-hop. I'll give you a brief overview of what I think hip-hop is from what I've observed, as well as a little bit of research that I've done. It started as a subculture, or a culture. I would say it's actually a culture of its own, or a counterculture perhaps, in New York City back in the 70s and 80s. And as we know, New York City is essentially the heart of the financial beast. So it's kind of ironic that hip-hop came from there. Or perhaps fitting. It's associated with city life. It's not necessarily a country thing, so I guess you could call it un-country music in a way. It's also associated with rap. Rap tends to be the music of hip-hop, and rap has a bit of a negative connotation. Some people imagine records scratching and really bad gold chain covered guys dancing around, talking about their Escalades and all that kind of stuff. That's not necessarily rap, from what I have learned. Rap is a musical and literary style, akin in a lot of ways to poetry, and I find that the theme of rap often is a struggle of some kind, and it comes from a genuine place. Rap artists tend to have been through some kind of struggle. It's obviously not a requirement, but it does help with the material. Much like you would listen to certain genres of music and hear about, say, a guy's girlfriend who left, and the dog ran away, and the pickup truck broke down, for example. And rap is actually more enjoyable to listen to than a lot of people would assume, especially some of the new rap that's coming out now. It has huge, huge musical talent behind it. And when you put that along with a message that can't be beaten, like the message I'm about to talk to you guys about, it's something special for sure. So yeah, hip-hop is a little bit about urban life, a little bit about rap. It does have some break-style dancing associated with it. You won't catch me dancing, as well as some clothing styles and other lifestyle associations. But really, I think hip-hop is the urban life combined with rap, the struggle, counterculture, and fighting back against the system, essentially. At least that's how hip-hop started out. Myself, I have always enjoyed pop music, rock music, and electronic music, especially electronic music. The thing I got from electronic music was that it tends not to be mainstream produced, so you'll get stuff that's good to listen to, but not, I don't know, the stuff they make for radio just, it's still music, but it's different. I can't really quite put my finger on it, but I know you've heard my electronic music in the background. A lot of my viewers share my enjoyment of electronic music. But that's not the only genres of music I would listen to. I'm a big music lover. I love music. I've got music playing when I'm working. I've got music playing when I'm relaxing. I like all kinds of music as long as it's got some kind of message I can get behind and it's enjoyable to listen to. And so in my past, I have bent my kind of rules of the normal stuff that I'll listen to, and I'll listen to like pop artists like Jordan Page and Muse because their message was something that I could identify with. I've listened to some hip-hop artists in the past like Lupe Fiasco and Immortal Technique, both very talented and often have a message that I can get behind. Artists like A Perfect Circle, Amy Allen, she's that one that was popular on YouTube a few years ago for her song I'll Start a Revolution, and artists like that. But if you've been watching my videos, as you know, I have learned about an artist called DISL Automatic, an amazing hip-hop artist whose message is just so well informed and so well articulated and put to such amazing sound that I instantly became a fan. And it shocked me even, because I don't experiment with other music types. I don't experiment, much at all, really. And this has just knocked me on my ass and knocked me out of my complacency with music. So I hope I can share a bit of my newfound enthusiasm for this with you. And if you're not interested, absolutely no hard feelings or anything. If you don't like a certain kind of music, you don't like it. But it's kind of like broccoli. Have you tried it, or do you just say you don't like it? Some similarities I've noticed between hip-hop music, the more I've gotten into it, and my own life, my own path, is a focus on freedom, or at least the hip-hop that I've been listening to lately. A focus on freedom, very revolutionary lyrics, very powerful, and hip-hop has a way of being powerful in its message and its delivery, and that really accentuates the whole experience for me. And it's also very truthful, very focused on truth and exposing lies and exposing corruption. It's very anti-consumeristic, which I personally really identify with. It promotes peace. You wouldn't think so. You'd think it would be all about guns and violence and stuff. Absolutely not. This is music that it promotes peace. It's very tolerant. It does not discriminate against homosexuals. Does not discriminate against people for their racial or ethnic backgrounds. There's no discrimination. This is very tolerant and very open-minded and very inclusive music, and that's something I can certainly get behind. Hip-hop music also tends to be shunned by the mainstream. It tends to be on the fringe. It tends to be a counterculture movement, and as such it tends to be nearly impossible to get any kind of funding to continue. If you have a message that goes against the current system, if it goes against mainstream, if it goes against the other kind of music that's out there, you are going to get shunned, and you are not going to succeed at getting rich. And luckily these guys aren't interested in getting rich. Their goal is to change the world, and hey, the world needs to be changed. I have so much in common with the message of these guys, as well as their situation. Just being, pushed out of the mainstream, not accepted, impossible to get your funding, all that kind of stuff. And I just can't not speak out and promote it. This stuff is essentially my message and my philosophy, and just some of the best music I've ever heard, and talent that could easily displace and replace Pitbull, Nicki Minaj, Drake, Neo, Lil Wayne, those kind of rappers, those kind of hip-hop artists. Is that even real hip-hop? I don't think it is. These guys have integrity. They are where they are because they did not sell out, not because they didn't have what it took. They could absolutely change their message and use their talent to get rich. No doubt about it. And that is why I have to promote them. And that is why I call this real hip-hop. These guys have a motto. It's called Power to the People. How does that sound? So, no, I am not going to become a rapper. I do feel associated with the hip-hop culture, absolutely. But no, you won't hear me starting my videos with yo. I don't think I can pull that off. But what I want to do right now is take you to some of their music and just give you a tiny sample of each of their music. The three guys in question are DISL Automatic, FILFY, and Aspirit. But while I'm at it, I want to do a quick shout out. Species, Demion, and Russian Smitty. I've been enjoying your guys' stuff too, big time. But right now I want to focus on these three guys because I've actually spoken to them, I've actually got to know them a little bit, and I simply can't not promote them. Just a quick note, there's no money being exchanged hands, there's no agreement here. I simply want to promote this stuff. And after I give you a bit of an intro on each of these guys' music, I want to propose an idea to you, so stay tuned for that at the end. First I'll play a short clip by DISL Automatic. This is from They Don't Care About Us, the official video. Just noticed it's got 10,000 views, so that's awesome. But I've mentioned this song before, but I'll play you a quick clip.
Supporting your government does not make you a patriot. A patriot is somebody who's ready to fight for their land and take a stand by defending their rights. The Constitution entitles us to all of our civil liberties. Why then are millions of citizens living miserably? Poverty, obesity, unemployment, and sickness at all-time highs according to the statistics.
Okay, I'm going to pause that there, and I want you to listen to a little bit from one called Let the Truth Hit Them. It's a track he did with Species. I'll play a little bit for you now.
By reversing the programming, only then when we abolish all the hate that separates us in the world that devastates us. In the tyrannical government whose goal is to enslave us. We are neighbors, we are brothers, we are fathers, we are mothers, we are sisters, we are daughters. We are not lambs for the slaughter. We are authors of our own fate. The time is now, so don't wait. Go get the chrome, protect your home, and let them know they won't take away your freedom or your liberty. I know that my rights come from God. They are not yours to give to me, and therefore they are not yours to
super, super powerful stuff. He is amazing. And I'm going to link you to his website as well as to his YouTube channel. To this video you're seeing now, They Don't Care About Us, as well as to the track I was just playing, Let the Truth Hit Them. All of DISL Automatic's music is free for download. He does have an iTunes account where people can go and download the music from there, which gives an option to donate some cash. And as DISL told me, he doesn't do it for money, obviously, but it takes money to get it done. You can't do it without a little bit of money. You can't produce music for free. You can't make videos for free. So to keep the cause going, he either has to sell out or to ask people who can afford it to pitch in a few bucks. I think that's pretty incredible. This is FILFY, and his album is called FILFOLOGY. It just came out. He hails from a small town called London. I'll link you to a page where you can listen to the entire album. You can also download it for a small donation, and he's got all sorts of other tracks as well. This is just his most recent stuff, but I want to play you a little bit from this one. It's called Taking Liberties.
Right one, that's the freedom of speech, freedom to preach in the streets like you got something to teach. Now every day I look around and I don't like what I see. I wanna be free, but can't escape without the freedom to speak. Now let's take a look at history, at the likes of Gandhi, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, J.F. Kennedy. Where would we be if they didn't have the energy to point at the problems cause they didn't have the remedy? Man, I need some therapy, someone call my therapist. According to the government, everyone's a terrorist and others stop and search under section 44 of the seriously organized terrorism laws. We suffer threats every day, they're subliminal lie. Feel like a census or get labelled a criminal. Now I've come to my senses and I've studied the facts. You need consent from the government for your government acts, which brings me to right 3, the right to privacy, the right not to be monitored by closed circuit TV. Nowadays people get paid to invade our privacy, but who's watching the watchers if the watchers watching me? See, the powers that be, I've been on a mission to usher through an age of totalitarianism. I'm sick of division, all about knowledge and wisdom. Go to Google and type in panoptic prison. Now I've got no love for the top politicians that wanna take our liberties and give us conditions. We're all living in a state of suspicion. So what? Go more video cameras with face recognition. When the mainstream media abuse their power, chief police resign because they choose to cower.
And now for some Aspirit. You're looking at the cover for his album, The Stack. It's brand new, it just dropped, and it's all for free, so I'll link you to that below. He hails from Dorset, UK, and I first heard him on a track along with DISL Automatic, so I'm going to play you a little bit of that. It's called Fresh Air.
Chucking money in the air is so fucking rude to the people poorer than you that are supporting your choose.
Ain't it funny how they love it when a grown man brags about the jewelry and money that none of his fans have?
All of these fakes are saying the same thing. Check out the cheddar ching ching and the chain bling. Come rubbing money in my face. Maybe I should shove a muzzle over their fucking face so a sucker suffocates. Fuck a Drake, we're like a breath of fresh air. See, we don't believe in the greed and teach a lesson to share. As we receive these evil demons scheming death and despair, where they're deceiving all these people like a clever affair.
They better beware of real MCs taking their game back with flame raps that aimed at these rappers who ain't saying jack. Your fake ass selling people lies is how you make cash. Mind manipulating, I ain't hating, I just state facts. Your whole image is a gimmick. You talking, but you don't live it. In the cars and jewelry you got, I'm probably winning. But even if they weren't, it wouldn't really matter. Cause deceiving other people's how your pockets getting fatter, motherfucker.
It's hard to take down the clowns when you all pin them up and idolize the kind of guys that call our women sluts.
You sold your soul for material things. I give a fuck if people think that you a lyrical king.
I really hope you'll have a listen to some of that music. Tell these guys that I sent you, and I know that a lot of people are going to get into this just as heavily as I've gotten into it lately, so enjoy. And now I want to talk to you about an idea I have. Check out that bling bling, huh? It's kind of funny because these guys are really not about the bling, not about the gold, not about the silver. And in fact, they do talk about gold and silver, but not necessarily, you know, I'm going to put a bunch of gold chains on and act like I'm something I'm not. But rather they speak about it in terms of it not being fiat money, especially DISL. I've heard him mention it many times in his rap, so I know these guys are turned on to the idea of precious metals as money and as an alternative to the system we currently have. But I have no idea if they own any silver themselves. It would be interesting to ask them, find out, but I want to do something a little different here. And it came about because I wanted to give these guys something. Because I've gotten so much from them, and they don't ask for anything to hear their music. And I just thought, you know, I want to give them something. I don't have any money. I don't have any cash. I should say I don't have any currency. You know, even a few bucks would be appreciated, I'm sure. I haven't got a few bucks. I'm currently working on building up my reserves so I can pay my rent at the end of the month. So that's not going to happen. But I thought, well, what I do have is I have some silver, and what I do have is I have some viewers. So I'm essentially going to ask you to buy them an ounce of silver. Will anyone do that? I've got these priced as cheap as I've ever had them. And, you know, I think these guys might be able to get behind the emblem that's on this. I don't know if any of them are connoisseurs of this particular plant or not, but I think that they can probably at least appreciate it in terms of it being a symbol of freedom, a symbol of liberty. And the quotes, of course, are pretty incredible. The indica, that's this one, has the quote, "Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves," and that's Abe Lincoln, of course. And the sativa over here has the quote, "It is the responsibility of every citizen to question authority." That's Ben Franklin. So I have a feeling these guys are going to like this. I don't have any cash to send them. I don't have a credit card. I don't have PayPal that I can rack up right now. There's nothing. But I thought, you know, I have a store, I have a website where people can go and they can just click and they can pay for these things. And then they can say in the comment on the order, they can say, I want this to go to DISL Automatic, or I want this to go to Aspirit, or I want this to go to one of the guys you mentioned in your video. And I'll do that. I'll get it to them. I'll ship it for free. So just, they are international guys from the UK and from Montenegro, which is a small country near Italy and Serbia. So these are going to have to be shipped worldwide. But if you want to participate, go to my site, the link's below, and purchase one of the rounds, either the sativa or the indica, and you can purchase it to be shipped to overseas, or you can purchase it to be shipped to Canada. Either one, I'll just pay the extra shipping. I got that if you got the silver. So these are at the lowest price they've ever been. These were very, very popular rounds. So quick recap, if you're interested in supporting these guys with an ounce of silver, really nice silver, just go to my site, purchase one of them, and make a note with the order, or send me a separate email just saying this is to go to DISL Automatic, Aspirit, or FILFY. If you don't specify which one, I'll just spread them around evenly. It would be nice if we could get 1 or 2 ounces to each of these guys. And another thing you might want to do, if you want to get one for you or someone for Christmas present or something, go ahead and just buy the extra one, and I'll make sure it gets to them. I can't not support this message and this incredible talent. And I know that at least several dozen, possibly hundreds of my subscribers are now going to be enjoying music they had no idea was even there. And that's the power of the internet. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.